learn the right from wrong.
I've always feel I'm behind something. I have to improve it, that's it.
Well, if you stop, everybody,
Uh-huh.
you have to always improve yourself.
Yeah, go back to school again.
It's improved.
It's not
You're
improved.
not so bad, Anna. You're fine.
I'm not so
You're
bad?
fine the way you are.
I could do better? You're laughing, huh, David?
You're okay the way you
You're
are.
laughing. You're laughing. What else you have to tell me?
Is it on already?
Yeah,
I
see?
didn't realize
What
it.
else you have to tell me? He's laughing.
Fix the hair.
I fix my hair. What do you have to tell me? What's the question? What do you want to tell me?
Where were you born?
Where I am born. Oh my God, you don't know those things where I'm born? I'm born in Brussels, in Evere.
What's your
In
name?
Evere.
What's your name?
Oh, my
Who
name.
are you? You're Anna from where? With the feet of the lines here.
This is so cute.
Well, what did you say before? I'm Anna
I'm
from...
Anne from Brussels. From Evere, born in Brussels.
What's Avra?
Evere is a little town. Near, years ago, was the airport, but the airport, now the new airport is not the same. It's called Evere, E-V-E-R-E. Brussels.
What was it like growing up in Brussels?
Well, what's like to growing up? I can't remember when I was a child. When I was born there, I don't remember. But
As a little girl.
as a little girl, how I was Brussels
I saw a picture of you one time picking apples.
picking apple. No.
Yeah, I saw that photograph
Basket.
also.
You have a
Picking
basket and you have
Yeah,
apples.
I think that might have
Oh,
been my
this
Aunt
is from my
Jane.
sister,
Oh.
not me. My sister.
Oh, okay.
My sister Jean.
Anna never went apple picking.
No. I
Did they have
didn't
any
go-
apple trees in Brussels?
Yeah. The apple tree. No, we didn't go apple tree special.
Do you remember
Brussels
the
is
national
beautiful.
anthem from Brussels?
Yes.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
hear
we'd
it.
like to hear,
National-
let's hear that.
Let's hear the
that would
national
make, that would make good coverage.
Let me
It's
remember.
only been 45 years.
God, is it
probably.
God Bless America?
Yeah, no, something else. No, it's not the right time to tell me this because I have to remember. You're gonna learn. I'm gonna start to sing. You're gonna learn. Oh, ask me something else. Ask me something else. Well, Brussels is nice.
Did you have a nice
Beautiful
house growing
country.
up?
Huh?
Did you live in a nice house, nice
A
neighborhood?
very nice neighborhood, very nice. We moved twice. Once Rue de Mérode, and the second time we moved Rue de Serbie, 23 Rue de Serbie.
In a house or in an apartment?
A very nice apartment, very nice located.
You own the apartment or
No, my papa pays rent. He pays rent, and we upstairs it was a beautiful dining room with a nice where my papa was working was a tailor. So my papa was working, my mother together
in the
in
house?
the factory, yes, in the house. And then we had the kitchen downstairs, and I went to school, and I came home every day 12 o'clock to see my parents and having dinner, and then I went back to school. This was the life.
After dinner you went back to school?
After
dinner,
lunch.
yes, we had a siesta for
Lunch
2
or
hours.
dinner?
Siesta. We had a siesta for 2
Afternoon
hours.
nap. Yeah.
Yes, so we had a siesta for 2 hours. We had dinner. We
So
like we
what
had
grade,
supper.
what grade did you go to in school?
Oh, I went to school from 3 years old kindergarten to 18, until I became 18.
And then how old were you when the war?
Oh, when the war broke out, I was 9 years old.
Oh, 9. So
Yeah.
what happened then?
At 9 years old, we went to school, 2 years more, and then we started to go to hiding ourselves because the situation was very critical. It's not, I could talk to you 2 hours
that's
like
fine.
this.
But when you
2 hours.
first found out the war was starting,
When the first broke out, the war broke out, I was 9 years old.
And how old were you when,
And
when you
And
went
then,
to live with
then
them?
2 years, Lord, 2 years,
and your
almost
sister
12.
was how old?
It's like this,
was you?
August 22nd, 1942. My sister was 3 years old, it was her birthday. August 22nd,
Your birthday's in
my
August.
sister was 3 years old. Her birthday, on her birthday, I went to the convent. This was my day, that was still remember.
You were 9?
I was 12
You were 12.
because
So what did
the
you do
war
for the
broke out
3
when I
years?
was nine.
What happened in those 3 years?
Those years was normal, it was the war.
Yeah.
But then the German came to the house. The German gave you information that we should take all the radios and all the knobs of the door bring over to the German. This was the first thing. You were not allowed to have a TV, you're not allowed to have a radio in the house, and you're not allowed to have knobs on the door. The door was open. This was the first
Oh,
time.
you mean no
happened.
locks on the
No
door?
locks on the door. Now, after this, the situation became critical. Every day, more critical. And the war broke out. We had a lot of
How did your father get you into the
to the convent. Well, the situation was like this. My papa had a wonderful friend like Richard, and he came to see him. He was a mover. His profession was moving. He was moving. He came to my father and he said, Mr. Goldsmith, the situation is very, very critical. We have to do something with our children. We cannot stay like this.
Was
we
he
have
Jewish?
to hide. He was Jewish. We have to hide ourselves. He had 3 children, 2 sons and 1 little girl, 3 years old, like my sister. And he said, I have to hide my daughter, but because your daughter is much older, will be good to go together. And this is what happened. We finally, my mother went with the lady, Mrs. Lederman. Her name was Mrs. Lederman, and we went looking house to house, convent to convent, to find a new place where to hide our children. And this is what happened. After so many days and hours, they find a place, and we got accepted.
How far was it from where your parents were living?
Very far, about 2.5 hours by car. Very, very far.
That's
It was
far.
out of town, à l'Ermite.
Where was it?
À l'Ermite, à Bruxelles. À l'Ermite. Braine-l'Alleud. The place was calling Braine-l'Alleud, l'Ermite. L'Ermite is a little town. Braine-l'Alleud is the town like here, like Brussels.
Is that orphanage? Is that convent still there today?
Oh, the convent is still there, yes. I'm still writing to them letters. I'm still in touch with the nun, one of the nuns, only one. There were 4 nuns. Mère Elisabeth, Sœur Supérieure, Sœur Hubert, and Sœur Bernadette. So Mère Elisabeth was the mother, and Sœur Supérieure she was directing the place, and Sœur Bernadette, Sœur Hubert was the nun. She slept with us in the bedrooms and in the dining room, and Sœur Bernadette was cooking. She was cooking meals for us.
Did Grandpa have to pay for you to go to
And my
this?
parents would pay, yeah. Yeah, my parents would pay every monthly, like rent, every monthly.
But they said
$350.
that you were an orphan.
Pardon?
They said you were an orphan. That you were an orphan.
No, we're not orphans. We were not orphans.
Just children going to school there.
Yeah, it was many other children from orphanage, from the other kids. There were 13 Jewish children. Little by little, we came down more children. 13 Jewish little children.
But did they say you
I
had
was
no
the
parents?
oldest.
Did
Pardon?
they say you had no parents, or they,
What,
you were
what
just
Marilyn
others?
means is when the Germans come to see if there were any Jewish children there.
No, they didn't came looking for Jewish children. Thank God for that. They didn't came. But other things happened, I stayed 1942 to 1944. 1945 I came home. The end of 1944. It's not good to talk like this because I should prepare myself those things.
This is fine.
No,
It's,
no
it's,
good.
it's good.
So, all right, the only thing is like this. I could speak to you and you will never have an end to it. Okay?
We just want to know
I
that.
have plenty of time.
You have plenty of time? All right, I'll give you plenty of time.
So so how did they raise you there?
Oh, they took care of me, I was a child, and I went to, in the morning, we had breakfast, we dressed up ourselves, we went downstairs, eating breakfast, then I went to school, there was a school there too.
Did you watch that other little 3-year-old girl and your sister?
Oh yeah, she had a little girl, 3 years old, my sister was 3 years old, and then she had 2 sons, but her 2 sons was not, they were not allowed to come because this place was only for girls.
So where did your brother go?
Wait, but the situation became very critical. 2 months later, I didn't see my mother for 3 months. And my mother came once, after 3 months. And when I saw my mother, I'm afraid, you're going to make your son cry. Your little boy going to cry. My mother, I saw my mother, I said, where's Daddy? Where is Daddy? I want to speak to Daddy. Well, Daddy's here. Then he said, Then my mother said, your father's here. No, I don't believe you. I don't believe. I want to see my father right away. You have to bring me my daddy. So what happened? My mother came 3 months later, and she came with my father. And this is the way I knew my father was here. And then,
What happened to Mark? What happened to Mark?
my brother was
Yeah.
7 years old.
Where was he?
Wait, so my mother came, and then after 6 months, my mother came, and she came with my brother. And she explained the situation to Sœur Supérieure. She was telling her, Mrs. Sœur Supérieure, it's so critical, the situation is so bad, that please accept my son for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. A little bit, you should stay there, otherwise it's so dangerous. And she accepted him. And then my brother was with me 7 months. And after this, the young man, the father of the little girl came back, and he said to Mrs. Goldsmith, Mrs. Goldsmith, I want to see your mother. So Mr. Lederman said to me, I said, where's your mother? I want to speak to her. So he said, I said, my mother's not here. I don't know when she's coming. She never calls me. She never writes to me. And I really don't know. But one day they got caught up. They met each other. And he said like this, Mrs. Goldsmith, if you're not going to send your son home, I'm going to tell to the German that the Jewish people live here.
Who said that?
This man. So my mother took my brother
Which man?
home.
Which man said that?
Mr. Lerman, Mr. Lederman.
But he himself had Jewish children there.
That's right.
So why would
He
he?
was mad because he
His
wants
son.
his 2
His
children
boy.
too.
His
His 2
boy.
boys. He wanted to be like here. He wanted to cover, to hide his 2 boys. This was a special place. And my brother was working with the domestic, with the superman, with the super, because he was he was working on the
So what did they do with Mark when they got him home?
huh?
What did they do with Mark?
It was critical, very critical, very. And one day, my mother went in the street every morning, looking around the street in Brussels. She used to live in Hachette, and she come home and she said to my father, it's very critical. They're going house to house, looking for Jewish people to be arrested. What are we going to do now? So my mother gave him a bread to my brother and a little money, and go over to those people, to other people that my mother knew about it.
Catholic?
To overnight, not to other people, because my papa was a tailor and he was making suits for the men.
He went to other Jewish people?
No, you went to
Right.
other people that were not Jewish,
Right.
to some friend of my papa know,
Right.
the one who hid him,
Right.
and he was
Who hid
my
who?
papa, where he hid my father.
Your
my
parents were
parents.
hidden?
My parent was hiding,
I
sure.
thought they were making suits. You didn't tell me they
He
made
was making suits, yes, but he was hiding. He couldn't go out in the street like everybody else. He was hiding. Only my mother went out in the street, not my father.
How come she could go out?
She went out. She took chances. She took chances. Otherwise, she could have been arrested too with the Gestapo. Gestapo went everywhere in the street, on the bus, everywhere.
So they were hiding in someone else's house, your parents?
Huh?
Your parents were hiding in someone else's house?
Yes. It's I can't even tell you so much. It's so much problem.
So how were they making suits if they were hiding?
Well, they were making suits. You see, the war broke out in Brussels, and the Belgian cutter went to the Belgian army, and the man was telling Mr. Goldsmith, it's so critical here. How about working for me as a cutter, as a fitter? I need you so badly. The cutter went to the army, and he was working 2 years, from 1939 to 1942. And after 1942, it was critical. So he couldn't work anymore. So he hired him to be able to make the suits for him. Otherwise, he didn't have a tailor.
Oh, I see.
And my papa, the man, what's his name was? I don't know. What's his name? I don't know his
Where
name.
did they hide them?
Out of town. And then in the capital, Brussels, after. You know what happened? My papa came to see me in the convent, and they went back to the miners. They were miners. And you know what happened? They said, Mr. Goldsmith, you don't live no more here. Go away. And he took away his clothes. And I'm changing the conversation.
Why did they say
And
that?
he took away his,
Why did they
he
say
didn't want to have him anymore. So he took away his clothes, and he's in the street. No home.
Where did he go?
No home, no nothing. So what happened? My father went to the barber, made himself a shave, a haircut, and the barber said to him, what's your name? Jacques, my name is Jacques. What happened to you? You look very desperate. Is something wrong here? Can you tell me something? And he was afraid to tell him. But eventually he told him that he's Jewish, and that this friend threw him out. He wanted to see me. So he said to him, you go over to him and tell him that I send you, and he should give you right away the clothes. And he gave him right away.
Who did?
Because
Who did?
the people where he was hiding by the miners. And then later on he went back, the boss from the tailor went back to the capital.
So where was your mother and Mark all this time?
Now my brother went back home, and there's another story. And he came back to see my mother at night, and thank God they were not arrested. Those things the Gestapo did not arrest them. And the next day my mother found another lady, and the Solidarité, they call it Solidarité, is the name of the company. And there were special people for hiding children. So my mother trying to save her son, and he went to France, near on the border of France. And over there my brother was hiding the rest of the war.
Who hid him?
The government, La Solidarité, the special organization. Jewish people were trying to save children. And this what happened. And then my mother come to see me every 3 months. No phone call, no writing letters. It was very critical. And this what happened. But the German did not come to the convent because
You were lucky.
I was very, very lucky. Very lucky. And the nuns were very nice people, very nice. I didn't have no problem. They loved me very much, and I had a nice home. I was there more than 2 years, 3.5 years, almost 4
You
years.
didn't celebrate the Jewish holidays or anything like that?
Nothing, no celebrating Jewish holiday, no nothing. It was
We
very...
celebrate Easter.
We celebrate Easter and Christmas, yeah. And I never went home. It was not so pleasant not to go home. All the Christian kids went home, and I stayed home alone.
And your poor sister, she was 3.
My little
three
sister
little.
was 3 years old, and by the time I went home, she was 6, and I was almost 16. You see? I was 12, and I came home when I was 16. So, which is better? No good. But we saved our life, so they were my friends. And I still write to them, and I still
Do you stay
in
in
touch
touch
with
with
them.
any of the other children?
Yeah. No, I have to go back to Brussels now.
You never
To-
stayed in contact
What
with
happened to
them?
that other little 3-year-old girl? We don't know.
Yeah, she's married and she lives in Spain. Now she lives in Spain. But the father was arrested.
And what happened to her boys?
The father was arrested through the Gestapo. The father was arrested, and the boys are alive, and the mother's alive. Yeah. But the father, they never came back after the war. He passed away. They killed him. The German took him to the concentration camp.
Well,
The father, yeah, from Lederland. Yeah. No, so
you don't keep in contact with these people?
No. no.
He didn't turn out to be such a nice guy. He wanted
No.
to send
Well, but you know.
I know.
He's trying
He was
to
trying
himself.
for
He
his
was trying to
son.
save his kids.
Right.
Look, he wanted for his best for his kids.
How come they wouldn't take his kids also?
They don't take boys, only girls.
Did them
But my
special
brother
favor.
was so quiet. I'm shaking like that. My brother was so quiet. He was like a little girl, so he was working with the domestic, with a janitor. You know, he was working on the field, on the potatoes field, and you know, he helped him with the cows. We had cows, and we had pigs, and all kind of little farm there. And this is the way. The nun was very nice. You know where she took me, the nun? To the cardinal. I went to the cardinal with the nun. You know, yeah. The
What'd you do
cardinal
there?
was in jail. The Gestapo put him in jail. The cardinal, yeah.
And what did you do?
Huh?
What did you do?
Well, he just came out of a jail, so the cardinal used to say, Mary Elizabeth, what you doing to that little girl? She has to be hidden. It's no good to go with her in the street. It's very dangerous. I just came out from jail. What are you doing to that little girl? You have to.
Why was the cardinal in jail?
The German put him in jail.
For what reason? Because he's...
Probably for no reason. They want to put him in jail. He's lucky they did not kill him. Very lucky. And when he saw me, he didn't want me. I should go in the street. He wanted to hide me. He wanted to protect me. And the nun said, no, Anna needs fresh air. I need fresh air. No. And every time she wants to take me somewhere, I said, Mary Elizabeth, please don't take me. I want to be here. No, you need fresh air. You have to go with me.
She liked you?
Oh, yeah, they love me. They love me very much. Not one nun is allowed to go from one room to another. I was allowed. She took me everywhere. And I was allowed to go in her room. And then she showed me she keeps stamps for where she hides the stamps for food. Because in case anything critical comes around, maybe Gestapo will come, I wouldn't know where to stand. She was ready. You know what she's saying? That in case the Gestapo knows she hired 13 children, they would kill her.
Of course.
They would kill her. All of them.
Yeah.
But she showed me where she hid the stamps. And then she told me, when the Gestapo gonna come, I should take all the little Jewish children and go away with them on the field. I said, I can't do that. I can't take all the kids with me. I only could take my sister. I can't take everybody. I'm gonna be attacked. They're gonna arrest me. So I didn't do it. But the Gestapo didn't come. They came only once to put a big machine, a canon. They call it a canon, a mitraillette, a big machine in the middle of the garden, and to shoot all American planes. This is true. They were coming every day, throwing down bombs on the floor to kill the German. And this is the story. And when the German came, in the summer, in July or August, the American army came to see us on the road. They were passing the road. We said, shake hands with them. We say hello to the American people. This was nice.
So you never could speak any Yiddish. You only had to speak French.
I speak French.
French, only French.
All the time.
How about your sister? Did she ever slip?
No, my sister spoke French. When my sister was 3 years old, she said, Mommy, please, give me a gun. I'm going to shoot all the German. It's true. I'm going to shoot all the German. Why I'm here? She was crying.
Yeah,
she didn't understand. She didn't want to.
3 years old.
She was born in
Justin's age.
Yeah.
I want to go home. Why I'm here? Why I'm here? I want to go home. I don't want to stay here. And she said, I'm going to kill all the German. Give me a gun.
Did you get to eat with her and sleep with her?
Yeah, I had my room. No, she slept in her little room, and I slept in my little room.
You had your own room?
Yeah, I had my little room. It was a big room like that, with the lights, with the curtains.
Yeah.
And I had my bed with a little closet. And my sister was next to me, And the little girl that I was taking care of her. And every mother came to see your 13 children. Every mother, every Jewish mother came to see her baby, came to me and they asked me a favor. I should watch everybody. I should watch the children.
Because you were the oldest.
Yeah, I was the oldest. At 14 and 15, And this was a story. Now, was another girl, my age. She ran away. She picked herself up and she ran away. I was scared.
Why would she do that?
She didn't want to stay there. She didn't want to stay.
What happened to her?
I don't know what happened. I never heard after the war. Her mother was arrested, and she ran away, and she went to see her father.
That wasn't such a good idea.
No, it was dangerous, critical.
And she never know if she would have told or anything?
Oh, no. Very, very. We didn't realize how critical it was. And I have pictures. I have all kinds of pictures. I'll show you the pictures.
Who took the pictures?
I have it.
Who took them?
What do you mean who took them? I have pictures from the convent.
Who took the pictures? Who took those pictures?
A photograph.
The nuns?
Did
the nuns take the pictures?
No, after the war.
Oh, after the war.
I made pictures, for the nun. I have the convent, the pictures. They wrote me letters. And I sent always a little gift, a nice little gift on Christmas time. And one is still alive, I hope so. I don't know, she's in the 80s. I have to write another letter to her. I stopped writing for a long time. I should write again. But every year I used to write letters, and I used to write the first time when I came to New York to a teacher, a kindergarten teacher. She used to take care of Jean. And she said, please, Anna, try to write letters to the nuns. They're so lonely. And that's what I did. Because she passed away, she got sick. So it was nobody writing for her, because I used to write to her, and she used to give the news to the nuns. But she didn't want to tell me the truth that she was sick.
Why do you think these people risk their lives to say?
Why?
Why?
Oh, they're good citizens. They're good people. They're good, down to earth. They're good people. They try to save a lot of life. And this is what happened. Now I know another lady, Mrs. Sherman, a friend of my mother, and she gave away her baby during the war to another convent. And she never knew where she was. She never knew where to, they did not give her the address. And that lady was going around crazy, looking around, where's my daughter? Where's my child?
How old was she?
Well, she was 9 years old. No, she was, 3 years old too. Maybe 4 years or 5 years.
What happened to her?
It was Debbie's girl, Jean's girl.
What happened to her?
She was in the convent and looking in the, and then a whole year, she was going around crazy, the mother, looking, oh my God, I gave away my child, I don't know, I have no address, I have no telephone. What should I do? And she went looking for her, and she finally, a year later, she found the lady in the street. And she said, what did you do to me? I have no address. She took her over there, and she saw the daughter. Thank God they both here. This is very important. They came. She found her daughter, and she found the lady, and the war was finished, and thank God they're here in New York.
You stay in touch with them?
Yes.
Who is
Mrs.
it?
Sherman. Oh, you don't know. You don't know. It's a good friend of my mother, of my father. He was a tailor, and my papa was a tailor, and this is what they know. Sure, Julia Lucienne. Her name is Lucienne. Oh, now her son is maybe 25 years old. Her son.
Did you ever have to wear those stars on you?
Stars? What stars?
You know those yellow stars?
That was
What's the
nice.
stars? What
They,
kind of
they
stars?
used to give the Jewish children stars.
Oh yeah, after the war broke out, 1939, it was a law to wear a Jewish star on your blouse, wherever you go. And everybody used to go with a, they used to go with a newspaper like that. You used to hide it. You didn't want to wear like this. You didn't want to show that you're Jewish. And then we used to wear a long time the Jewish star. And then after this, you were not allowed to go out in the street after 8:30 at night. You're not allowed to go out. If you go out at 8:30, they kill you in the street.
What year was this?
39 to 1942. You're not allowed to go out in the street. And then other things popped up, always something that was not normal, really. Then they used to give you the knobs of the door and the radio later on. It started like this with a star.
I remember one time your father was telling me a story about how he had to take a train and he almost got caught.
That was my grandmother.
It was my mother,
Was your mother?
about the Trillium.
Yeah.
The Trillium. This was terrible because he was hiding by the miners and he couldn't go back to the house. So my papa had a dream and he had nothing to do. He was bored. He said, Fanny, please go to the apartment and bring me the Trillium. My God, you know what it means to go to take the Trillium? It's dangerous. Please, Fanny, I need it so badly. So she went at night to her apartment, Rue de Serbie, 23 Rue de Serbie, and at night, and she went with a match, looking what she could find. She took a knife, and she took some coal to make warm the house, coal. And she took a very important thing. And
She wasn't allowed to be in her house anymore.
She was not allowed. It was dangerous. And she took the Trillium, and her neighbor upstairs, a Jewish neighbor, said, Mrs. Golson, please sleep tonight in your house. Oh, no, I cannot sleep tonight. It's very critical. You cannot stay here. But Mrs. Goldsmith, they're not going to arrest you. I think the situation got better. No. So my mother went away, and that night the Gestapo came to her house. Somebody called up the Gestapo, and they say they announced that Mrs. Gosman came back to her own apartment. Sie gewesen Muses. You know what's a Muse? Somebody who tells what
Snitch.
A snitch.
they were Muses.
Well, why was the Jewish lady upstairs allowed to be in her apartment?
Wait, what happened to her? That lady, her lady is Mrs. Harp. She went down, when she saw the Gestapo coming 6 o'clock in the morning, she went down to the double cellar and she was shaking like a leaf because Gestapo was breaking the door and coming in and see where's Mrs. Goldsmith. And they were looking upstairs and looking downstairs, and then they heard that she drops the key. So the Gestapo went to the double cellar and they arrested her. And just what happened, my mother was not arrested because she ran the night before.
So if they arrested her, what happened to her?
She never came back.
Where did they send her away?
They sent her to the concentration camp.
So
What
what
are you
happened to your
talking
mother?
about?
How did your mother get back?
The same day, the morning that she left the next day, the man from the store, from the tailor man, from the department store, because he had a big department store like Macy's, you know. He came to pick my mother. She slept by him, and then the next day she went to the train to go to the town. I don't know the name of the town. Mona town, something like that. I don't know the name of the town.
Where your father was?
Where my father is, they put a bomb under the train. The Gestapo put a bomb, somebody put a bomb under the train. It was Gestapo on the train. It was German. They want to, but thank God they caught the bomb and they took away the bomb. And then by the time my mother came home, so my mother was saying to my father, you see what you did to me? I was almost killed. The bomb could be exploded. I could be arrested in Rue de Serbie in that apartment. And thank God I'm alive. And this is what happened with the tefillin. My papa was davening with those tefillin many, many years with it. And we bring him a lot of good luck. A lot of good luck. And I want to give it to you for your own child.
I have the tefillin here in the house.
You have the tefillin?
I have Grandpa's tefillin.
You have it?
Grandpa had 2 sets of tefillin.
But those tefillin is from my father when he got it from his aunt in New York, from his bar mitzvah. You understand?
From whose bar mitzvah?
My father's bar mitzvah.
That's not the tefillin I have. That's another set of tefillin.
So I have the
You have
tefillin
the
home.
originals.
I
have
have
another too.
I have the
I'll show
tefillin.
it to you.
Okay. I had the tefillin too. It was from his aunt from New York for many, many years. That aunt sent him to Poland for his bar mitzvah. And that's why, this is the tefillin you want my mother should go to pick it up. I'm asking you. So, what you think? Now you're laughing, you got the whole story on the
No,
microphone.
well, the story on the microphone is Grandpa,
Yes,
your father,
yeah,
is from the same town
yes,
as Max.
right. He's a Radomer.
He's a Radom.
Yes, and my mother too.
And they left Radom
They left Radomer in 1926.
way before World War
Well, my
II.
papa ran SS as a deserter because he didn't want to go to the Russian army,
Polish army.
to the Polish army, Russian army. It was the Russian version, the Cossacks. And he wanted to go to, the
He's going way back.
Cossacks. And he didn't want to go to the army. So he was the only son in the house. There were 4 children. My father comes from 4 children. There were 3 girls and 1 son. And my father went away to Belgium as a deserter. He never went back to Poland. He never saw his parents, never.
Never saw his parents
He
again.
never saw his
Well,
parents,
wait a
never in
second.
life.
He had, how old was he when he left Poland?
How old? He was young, 20 years old.
Was he
No,
married? Was he married
He
to
was
Grandma
not
Radom?
married, no. And then he came to
He saw his
Brussels.
sister.
No, Aunt Rose is
Rose.
grandma's sister.
What,
Grandpa's
that's your
sister.
grandma.
My aunt, his sister, my Aunt Rose was in New York. And he went to Brussels.
She's the one that sent it to Phil and Aunt Rose?
No,
That was his
my
sister.
mother sent another aunt.
No, your mother's
So
sister.
did any of
Another
his sisters survive?
Come on.
Did any of his sisters
Aunt
survive?
Rose
Only
survived.
my aunt.
Aunt Rose, she
Oh,
lives
one
here in West Palm
sister.
Beach.
That's his sister?
Country
Yeah,
Village.
yes, his sister.
So how come he never talked to her?
I talked to her a little bit, not too much.
Why?
Because she's a little bit
What happened to his other 2 sisters?
arrested from the Gestapo.
Sent to concentration
How did she
camp?
live?
Concentration
How did
camp. They had
Rose live?
children,
How
huh?
did Rose live?
What do you mean they had children? You mean they never left, they never went to Brussels?
No.
They stayed in Poland?
That's right, and they
The
were
two sisters,
killed.
the parents.
They have children. Oh.
What about grandma's parents?
Grandma's parents, 8 children. And only my mother's alive and my uncle is alive from Israel.
Oh, Uncle, right, from
Uncle
from
Max,
Canada.
yeah.
Uncle Max.
Two
He was
children
in
from
Rome.
8. What's his 8 children? It's a terrible thing.
So grandma left Radom also
And grandma left before to Brussels.
and sent for grandpa.
She had papers to go to Israel and she had papers to go to Belgium. And her brother left to Brussels before my
Uncle
mother.
Max. Max, grandma's brother.
Why did she
Yeah.
leave?
An uncle, her brother, my mother's brother.
What is his name?
The oldest brother, Abi.
Okay.
Abi Kroll.
Carl.
My mother's is Kroll.
Right.
And he was Abi Kroll. And he went to Brussels. And then a couple of years later, he made paper and she went to Brussels. And then my father came to see her. And they got married.
Well, they were dating at the time.
Ah, sure, they were dating. They know each other from way, way back. A long time ago. And this was happened. My mother was pretty.
So grandma's parents and the other 6 brothers or sisters,
Finished.
they-
Gestapo destroyed them. They killed them for good.
you-
Yeah, only my uncle, Uncle Max, went to Israel before the war, and he stayed there.
And then he went
Then
to
my
Canada.
grandmother went in 1937, before the war broke out. My grandmother, my grandfather, her mother, her father, went to Israel for 2 years. In 1939, they came back. 1937, 1939, they came back, and they couldn't go back no
War
more. They got
broke out.
killed. But they stayed 2 years in Israel.
So they had 2 years ago.
And this is what happened. This is the whole life. And life should be beautiful, right? Life should be good. But how can it be beautiful?
Do you think something like this could ever happen again?
Yeah, yeah. I believe very deeply.
Why?
Yeah. In another way. Not the same way exactly. I don't say it should be the same way, God forbid. But it might happen maybe in 200 years, maybe in 50 years. It could happen. From experience that I had, it could happen. Yeah. Thank God I didn't go to the concentration camp. I was safe. My papa saved me. Sure. Thank God. Those things happen very fast. You could see what happened in the. You could see what happened now in the. They're talking about. They talk a lot. They talk a lot about. Talk about. They say, what are you talking about, David? I went on Avenue J in Brooklyn. Look what happened to me on Avenue J. I was waiting for the subway, and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. Over the sun, across the street on the other side, I saw a mark, a Jewish mark, I call it, a wasp. A wasp, they call it?
Swastika.
A swastika. Beautiful swastika, paint in black. And I said to myself, what's going on with that swastika? Nobody takes it off. It bothered me so much. Why? Every time I come to the subway and I see that lousy, how you call that?
Swastika.
Wastic. And the next day, I go, a few days later, it still bothered me. I went down to the Jewish fruit man, and I said, look, I want to talk to you, something very personally. I'm not relaxed. I feel we're all Jewish here, and I see a swastika on the top of the subway. Can you please remove it? Maybe you could do this for me. He comes from Israel, that young man. And it bothered me. I said, this cannot be like this. And one day, they were saying all the Jewish people got to light a candle to give honor for the Jewish people in Germany. I don't know, the Crystal, I don't know, the Crystal,
Kristallnacht.
the Kristallnacht. We should memory and give honor for the Jewish people for that day, because that day the German attacked Germany and they killed all the Jewish people, the German Jewish people, and we should give respect. But that day, I didn't see no more the swastika, no more, because somebody did it. Maybe the vegetable man did it. He took it off. But it bothered me. I would not let it go. I would not let this. Every time you go to the subway, you see that kind of after, since 1942, to see that is terrible. Those things should not happen anymore. No way. And this happened day by day, something else and something else. And then it could happen, yeah. Those things could happen. If you don't take care of it, it could happen, yeah. It's not a lie, David. You have to take care of it. I don't know how and when, but you have to take care, Otherwise, I don't know what's the best way to do. I'm not smart enough. I don't know. I'm not brilliant. But look, you have to send me a rider. I have to make a book. I could write you more. I could tell you more. Much more, believe me. Believe me. And then you know what my mother did as a present? During the war, Mama was a tailor, my papa, my mother. You know what they did? During the war, it was very, very difficult to find a coat for a little girl. She was Mary Elizabeth took care of 2 little children. They were not Jewish, and they were poor. And my mother went, and she took a blanket, and she made a little coat for that little girl. And that coat was so gorgeous, from a blanket. And she bought it as a gift for the nun, to give it for the little boy and the little girl. I don't know how much coat she made, 1 or 2, but she made a coat for those 2 kids for the winter. From a blanket, I'm telling you. She was amazed, the nun. I was so happy that the kids had a warm coat. And and you know what Grandma did when she came to see me? After 3 months, she slept over the night. And you know where she slept? In the cardinal's room.
Was he in jail at the time?
No, he was not in jail. Not this cardinal, another one. This cardinal used to come once a year or every 6 months to pray.
Was he there at the time?
No, he wasn't there. But she offered him the room, and she said, don't see anybody where she sleep. She offered him in the cardinal's room, and nobody knew where she was sleeping, in the cardinal's room. It was so holy. It was so holy. The room was so holy, I'm telling you. Nobody was allowed to go to that room. Nobody. But my mother went to that room, and she slept overnight. And the next day she went away at home, It's unbelievable, So it was a big honor. And
Did she bring you anything when she was
She
visiting?
slept, my papa too that night. He slept too that night. What?
Oh, they both slept there?
Yes, they both slept there. And then my mother came by herself, so she slept there too,
Did they used to bring you things when they would visit?
Oh yeah, my mother come to see me, and she bring me her own food. She gave away her own food for me. I should have the food. And I did not eat the food. I gave it to my sister.
That sounds like you,
Because she didn't want to eat. She was a bad eater, Debbie, Jean. Jean was a very bad eater.
Was the food good?
Oh, yeah, it was good. I gave it to my sister. I was hungry
No,
myself.
not that, but was the food they cooked at the time been good?
Well, we didn't eat too much. We only ate a little soup, like cream of farina. And this was a soup, a little soup, that's it. We didn't have too much food. We had sometime on the holidays their own food, like lamb. We had on Christmas time lamb. We had vegetable, not too much,
So
we did a lot of things. But you know what they used to do to me? They used to invite me. I should go to the garden to pick up strawberries to put away for the nun. They should. I didn't like strawberries. I should have strawberries. And then you know what the nun did to me? She was very nice to me. At night, she used to give me in my room. Nobody knew about it. I should have sweet cream. She gave me sweet cream once in a while. They make butter because they have cows.
Oh.
And they made a lot of milk. And from the milk, they make butter for them.
What do you do with sweet cream? Is it?
Pardon me?
You
I
drink
was
it like
very
milk?
undernourished.
You drink it like milk?
Yeah, I drink it. I was very undernourished. I was skinny little girl. But I should build myself better. So she gave me sweet cream.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it, yeah. A little bottle,
That's nice.
sweet cream, yeah. They were nice. You see how nice they were? They
You
were
were
not
lucky. You were lucky.
I was so lucky. And they invite me, I should go to the, she invite me once in a while, I should go upstairs to the attic. In the attic, I had to pick up onions and other things. They told me what to bring. They were afraid to go upstairs. I should go to the attic.
Why were they afraid?
You know why? There were rats upstairs. There were big rats like this.
Were you afraid?
Well, I was running away, you know. But I saw them. When I opened the door, they were like 6, 7.
Like, you ever read that story, Madeline? Where the
What?
Madeline, it's a story about a girl and friends, and she's
Yeah,
not
I
afraid.
used to meet them, but when I know the secret, she told me to go again. I said, no, I don't want to go. You go bring me the onions. And you know what happened? You know what happened?
Why were there onions in the attic?
I don't know,
They keep-
because
they stay
keep
good
up,
in the
yeah,
attic, 'cause
yeah,
it's
you know,
cool.
yeah,
Well, you
that's
figure the
fine.
rats would eat them, wouldn't they?
Well, they were sure.
That's a
they
good
were-
idea, that's
well,
true.
but you know what happened to me one time? The American prince was coming. The American prince, once a while at night, and we're not allowed to light up the light. Everything was dark, pitch dark, and I had to, and the siren. I was so much afraid. I was frightened. So I took my sister in my arm with a big blanket, and I stepped over the blanket, and I fell down a lot of steps. The steps were very wide. And I rolled up down the steps with my sister together, and I faint. And the domestic, everybody fell over me because everybody was running to go down the cellar. They were throwing bombs everywhere. And I faint, I didn't know from nothing. And I wake up downstairs in the basement in his arm, you know, and he was holding me, you know. And where am I? What happened to me? Where's my sister, you know?
Was she okay?
And she was okay. And I was afraid to go up again. So I stayed downstairs. Then 2 hours later, the siren came again, and they went upstairs to sleep. I was afraid to go up. So I stayed downstairs all by myself. Then I saw the domestic once invite me, I should go to his room. I said, no, I have to go back. Oh, boy. I didn't know. I went upstairs right away. But I was afraid for the dark. And then another thing, I could tell you stories, David. You know, I could tell stories, so many stories. Then there's another story. This I don't want to say, it's going to be too scary for me.
No,
It's gonna be
I
scary.
don't scare easily.
You don't scare? Is this time you will scare? You'll be scared.
I won't be scared.
No?
Well, I think the tape is running.
You better finish it quick.
So
Yeah.
one of the Mary Elizabeth lost her sister, and her sister was in the other room, in one of the rooms. And the domestic, one Saturday night, he knocks on the door and he wants help. So the nun didn't want to go down, 2 flights down to open the door. So she said, Anna, wake up, wake up. And I make believe I don't hear. But finally she come to my room, she said, please go down. Go downstairs. Open the door downstairs. So I went downstairs and I opened the door, but I was scared for the dark, and I was scared for the woman there who was in the other room. So what happened? I got lost, and I went to the chapel. You know, it was a room where the people pray. It was a red little light, and I knew this was a chapel, and I was so scared that I ran over the chairs. I ran over to the chairs. I finally opened the door. Then I knew where I was. I ran over the other side, and I opened the other way. And I was so scared, you can't believe it. I was afraid to go to the other room where the dead person is, because she was dead, and I was afraid to open the door. I finally opened the door, and the domestic came in, and I ran. Did I run first upstairs to my room like you never heard in your life, because I was afraid for that person. I was a child.
Why did you have to open the door?
Huh?
Why did you have to open the door?
For the domestic, he went to have a beer, he went out, he didn't have the key. I had to open the door, so she sent me to open the door. Come on, it's terrible.
Well, I'm not exactly shaking, Anna.
You're not shaking. It
It
makes
was
you
scary.
scared.
It was
Oh,
scary.
sure.
It was-
It
and
was
when you were a
dark.
kid,
I was afraid to go
when
in
you
the
were a
other
kid,
room.
it's
I was
scary.
scared to go to that room. I know the nun is not alive. The sister's nun is not alive. The next day was another day. Oh my God, I was scared.
Did they have a funeral?
Sure, they had a funeral. Sure. I
Did
was
you go?
scared. Yeah, I went too. I went to the funeral too. I was scared too. But I'm more scared when the lady is in the dark room there. Come on, Marilyn, you're not scared?
It's hard to imagine. I think in a scary church.
It makes me scared. I was a
with
kid,
dead
so
person
what do
in
I
it,
know?
I think it could be pretty scary.
I was a child too,
Yeah.
let's face
Yeah.
it, you know. I could tell you another story, but forget about the
I'll
story.
tell you what, one more story because the tape
One
is,
more story?
I see there's not much
All
time
right,
left in
so
this tape.
she invited me, she said, Anna, today all the mothers coming to see the children. I should make fire. I should make warm in that room. Years ago they had a little
Big
oven.
fireplace.
They had a little oven, and you make fire. All right, okay, Mary Elizabeth, I'm gonna make fire, and I make fire with wood that was wet, and it started to smoke. The whole oven started to smoke. The room full of smoke. And
Did you ever
it
make a
was-
fire before?
no, and I was making fire, but the room was smoking. And it was so much smoke that I opened the door. And I was crying against the wall, and I was crying, I can't make fire. And what happened? I heard a noise, Anna! Oh my God, where's the, Anna? Somebody calls me, Anna! Oh my God, it's my mother. I heard a voice. I turned around, I saw my mother. Oh, I ran over and I kissed her and I hugged her. So my mother said, what are you doing here? What's a fire here? And she said, Ma, I can't make fire. It's so the nun told me to make warm in this room and I can't make fire. Look what happened to me. I'm going to make fire. I'm going to make a good job. And my mother helped me. And the fire became, the little oven became, the coal, the wood got dry and everything was all right. And then she stayed with me a few hours. She came to see me after 3 months. I was so happy to see my mother.
Do
My
all the
God.
children get visitors?
Yes, all the mothers, but they don't come all the time. But they were expecting visiting,
Right.
the non-Jewish with the Jewish, But this is what happened, that my mother came to survive me. I was so happy, to see my mother, and she helped me with the fire. And this is the story, Then since then, my mother complained to the nun, and I never made anymore. I never was involved to make any fire here.
I think
so
that's just as
this
well.
was helping. This was helping my situation, and I became a hero, not to make fire. And okay, what else you want to know, David?
Any final words before this
Any
ends?
final word? The final word that not one Jewish child should be in this situation anymore. Should be peace on earth. That's it. And no crematorium, and no killing, and should be peace.
L'chaim.
Should be peace. Shalom.